You know, when I first started building my salons, I struggled with training. It felt like I was reinventing the wheel every time I hired someone new, and it was exhausting. But everything changed when I created a real system for onboarding and education. That's why I built the Salon Success System, so you don't have to figure it all out the hard way like I did. If you want proven tools, templates, and strategies that help your stylist succeed and take the stress off your plate, then check out the show notes for the link. Let's make training the best part of your business. Have you ever spent an hour perfecting your blowout, only to step outside and feel it puff up, frizz out, or fall flat in 5 minutes? You're not alone. And you're not powerless. Today, we're going to talk about the humidity. Yes, summer is here, my friends. And I have so many people asking me, what can they do about the frizz? So we're going to talk about that today. Welcome to All About Hair, where we talk shop, share stories, and spill the secrets behind great hair and a great career. I'm your host, Denise Keilitz, a former salon owner, educator, and a lifelong hair crusader. Whether you're a new stylist building your book or just someone who loves learning about all things hair, you're in the right place. Hey there, welcome back to the show. I don't know about you, but man, it has been hot and humid here in Virginia. And if you're experiencing this and you're trying to look halfway decent with your hair, it's a struggle. It is a struggle. The summer humidity is the ultimate blowout killer. I was telling my friend the other day, I don't even bother blowing out my hair in the summertime. I wear it curly every single day. What's the point? But you know, there are some times that I would like it to look smoother. But even with professional styling, that heat and that moisture, when you step outside, it could ruin your hair. If you're like a lot of women and like me, you probably feel like it's pointless to even bother styling during the summer months. But let's not do that. Let's still try to look our best. So I'm going to share some ways that you can do that today. And then I'm going to answer some of the questions that I've been hearing that might give you some ideas on what you can personally do too. And if you have something that you've been doing that helps you through this humid weather and your hair's looking great, put it in our show notes. Everybody wants to know. I mean, hey, we're a community here and we need to share all the secrets that work. Let's get to this. Most people don't even know which products actually work against humidity. And I do get that question a lot. Is there really products out there? Yes, there are actual products out there that block the humidity from getting into your hair. They're anti-frizz serums. A lot of the product lines out there have something that you can use. And also using the wrong type of brush or over drying or skipping the prep work ruins the look before you even get started blow drying. So we're going to talk about those. Also, a lot of you don't want to use products on your hair because it says it is heavy or sticky, but you're using the wrong products because most of you rely on dry shampoo or hairspray even. Those don't hold up against this humidity that we've been feeling. And it doesn't hold up against the sweating at the hairline, things like that. So we're going to talk about what products actually work and what you should be using. First things first, start with the right prep of your hair. You want to use a humidity-resistant shampoo and conditioner. And you know, I love Euphoria. They actually have a humidity-resistant shampoo and conditioner in their smoothing line. So look for that. If you need the link, you will find the link to Euphoria products in my show notes. And if you don't really want the feel of a heavy mousse or a gel, you want to apply a lightweight anti-frizz serum. And you want to make sure after you shampoo your hair, you want to only towel blot. Do not rough dry it. just towel blot it with your towel before blow drying to minimize any frizz. You don't want to cause the frizz before you actually blow dry the hair. A nice lightweight anti-frizz serum. A lot of people love the John Frieda one. I have that link on my Amazon store. Again, my links are in the show note, but that's a rather inexpensive one that you can get. Tip number 2, you have to blow dry the right way. You don't just flip upside down and start blow drying the heck out of your hair. Talk about causing frizz. That will cause frizz. If you want a professional looking blowout, you want to use a round ceramic brush for smoothness. Round ceramic. And always blow dry in sections. What I tend to always do is I do rough dry to get about 80% of the wetness out of the hair first. But when I rough dry, I actually still put that nozzle on my blow dryer and I rough dry from the roots to the ends in the direction of the cuticle. So roots to the end, pick up like 1-inch sections, and I'm really blow drying the roots to get volume. And then I'll go in there with my round ceramic brush. And always start from the bottom up. And what I mean by that is after you've got the 80% of wetness out of your hair, then I take a section, I put my fingers behind my ears, and I part my hair to the O-bone or close to it, and I get all that hair up, and I start blow drying my nape area first. And I use the round brush and I blow that. And you want to make sure that you're pointing the nozzle downward to seal that cuticle flat. And you want to make sure it's 100% dry. If you leave any moisture in there, that's just going to be frizz. I'm blow drying my nape area, and I do it in like 2 or 3 sections. And then I'll let down a little bit more hair, do that, let down a little bit more hair, do that. And then I have the top. That's how I do it. And the more systematic you do it, the easier it is actually to blow dry your hair. So you want to lock all this blow drying in with the right products. You want to seal the style with a heat protectant and humidity shield spray. And you also want to use, after you blow dry, a cool shot at the end of each section to lock in the shine and the shape. Now, if your blow dryer does not have a cool shot, what I would typically do is just hold that brush in my hair for 3 to 5 seconds at the end to let it lock itself in. Don't take the brush out of your hair after you've just blow dried it because you won't have any volume then. Okay, here's some pitfalls that you want to make sure that you're avoiding. Don't go outside before your hair is cooled. I know we're all in a hurry these days, but I tell you, moisture plus heat is like major frizz. If your hair hasn't completely cooled and it's completely dry, and you go outside and you go into the humidity and the hot air, you're just going to have frizzy hair. And also, don't overuse oils or thick creams. They can weigh down your style. It does go limp in the heat. A lot of people do tend to overuse oils in the summertime because they think it's going to make their hair shiny. It's going, seals down those frizz. It does do all that, but you just don't want to overdo it. Okay, what can you do in between washes? If you go to the gym and you don't want to wash your hair every day, because I don't know about you, use a sweat wicking headband when you're working out. And then you also want to sleep with your hair loosely pinned up using a scrunchie or a silk scarf, not a rubber band. Please do not use rubber bands in your hair. A scrunchie or a silk scarf, and just sleep with it loosely up off your neck. And then you can refresh your blowout with a texture mist or a dry conditioner on day 2 or 3. That is how to go through getting a professional blowout. And those are just some simple little tips and tricks. But now I'm going to answer some questions that some of you have reached out to me, and I think it'd be nice to share with the community. What's the best humidity-proof product for fine hair that gets weighed down easily? Wowsy. I get this question all the time. In fact, myself. I ask that for myself even. You want to look for a weightless humidity shield or an anti-frizz spray designed specifically for fine hair. Here's a new favorite I just found is the Color Wild Dream Coat. And again, my link, my Amazon shop is down in my show notes. Go there. And it's great for really fine hair, and it does not leave buildup. I used it on a client a couple weeks ago, and she texted me like the day after and said, my hair still looks fantastic. And she was going on a trip. Even her friend who met her at the airport said, whoa, girl, look at your hair. And it's summertime in Virginia. Another one of my favorites is the Euphoria Smooth and Thermal Defense. This really is a wonderful humidity shield. It protects without any heavy oils at all. And again, you want to make sure that you avoid heavy serums or oils, especially near the roots. Focus your application from mid-shaft to ends only with any products that you use in the summertime or in the humidity. Okay, next question is, can I still use a flat iron after blow drying, or will that cause more frizz? That is a great question. And the answer is yes, but it depends on how you do it. Because once your hair is completely dry and smooth from your blowout, you can use a flat iron on low to medium heat to just polish any flyaways or to reshape your ends. But skip it if you're rushing or the room is humid. Like if you're doing this in the same room, same bathroom that you just took a shower in, or your spouse or significant others taking a shower as you're doing your hair, which a lot of us go through that. Skip this because too much heat on a damp strand, because even though you've just blow dried your hair, there's still all that humidity in the room that your hair is sucking up, and it might not feel wet, but it is going to be damp, and then you'll get instant frizz. Lock it in with a humidity resistant finishing spray after you're done instead of using the flat iron if you're in this situation. How do I maintain my blowout if I'm traveling somewhere super humid? Ponytail, baseball cap. That's what I personally do, but I know that's not the answer you're looking for. Pack your travel size essentials, like your dry shampoo to absorb any sweat or oil at the roots. You need an anti-humidity spray to refresh and reseal the style daily. A silk scrunchie is wonderful, or a scarf to just put your hair up at night. And a shower cap with a terry cloth lining. That helps to protect your hair in a humid hotel bathroom. And that's a game changer. And always, always let your hair cool completely before stepping outside. I know that is the trick. That's the trick. You do not want to go outside when you just blow dried your hair. It will frizz up. Another question. What do you think about keratin treatments for the summer? These are a game changer. Keratin treatments are a game changer. They're also called smoothing treatments. And if you've got curly, coarse, or frizz-prone hair, it's like night and day. Now, they don't straighten your hair, but they do help cut down on blow dry time, and they fight frizz. Big time. Just make sure you go to a stylist who uses formaldehyde-free, and then you also have to follow the proper aftercare, because a lot of these have their own shampoos and conditioners to make them last longer. I know when I get a keratin treatment on my hair, I usually do the Brazilian blowout. It doesn't last as long as it should because I use a medicated shampoo, and that actually strips it out of my hair pretty fast. The smoothing treatments, especially the Brazilian, it's an outside of the hair treatment. It kind of coats the hair. There are more permanent solutions. Some of the keratin and protein-based treatments, they go to the inside of the hair, the cortex of the hair, and they actually permanently change your hair. So make sure you know what you're getting. Another question. My roots get sweaty even if my style stays nice. Any tricks for that? Totally normal because we sweat. Again, try using that sweat-wicking headband during workouts or while doing your makeup even, because sometimes when you're doing your makeup, you're getting a little bit hot. Put in some dry shampoo at the roots before you sweat. It kind of acts like an oil absorber. So don't just put dry shampoo on after the fact. Put it on before the fact. In fact, you could put dry shampoo on at night, especially if you're a night sweater. It'll help absorb the oils on your head. And then after sweating, use a cool blow dryer at the roots to dry and fluff them back up. Cool blow dryer, not warm. And here's a bonus trick you might want to try this is with dry hair. Flip your head upside down and hit your roots with dry shampoo and a cool air at the same time. You might be amazed at what you get. All right, another question. Is there a difference between anti-humidity sprays and regular hairsprays? Absolutely. Big difference, yes. Regular hairspray holds a style but doesn't necessarily block moisture. Humidity resistant sprays are designed to coat the hair strand and keep out external moisture. It's almost like putting saran wrap on your hair, and it keeps the moisture out of your hair. And you can use both. And if you're going to do that, apply your humidity blocker first, and then you can mist it with a light hold hairspray for extra grip. Another question, can I refresh a blowout without washing my hair every other day? Oh my gosh, absolutely. Who wants to wash their hair every day? In fact, that's the secret. Day 2, use dry shampoo at the roots if you need to, and a round brush and a blow dryer, and it just touches it up because you're just touching up what you've already put on your hair. Day 3, you can maybe try a loose wave with a curling iron or curling wand. And day 4, you can just pop your hair into a low bun or a half up style. And then always finish with like a texture mist or a dry conditioner to bring back shine and movement. Hopefully these were things that will help you through the summer and through the humidity. Thanks for all the questions. I love that. And just remember, with the right tools and techniques, you can confidently wear your blowout all summer long, whether you're at a barbecue, a beach wedding, or just walking to your car in July. Give these things a try. And if you've loved this episode, share it with a friend who's battling summer frizz right now, because goodness gracious, we can all use some help. And remember, when you know better, you do better. Thanks for tuning in to All About Hair. If you loved this episode, hit subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a fellow stylist or hair-loving friend. You want more tips, tools, and behind-the-scenes goodness? Follow me on YouTube or head to my website at denisekailitz.com. Yes, I know it's hard to spell, so don't worry, the link is in the show notes. Until next time, keep learning, keep creating, and keep loving what you do. You know, I keep hearing the number one challenge for salon owners is hiring staff. Where are they? The seasoned stylists are renting a suite or going out on their own booth rental. So where you got to go? You got to go to the schools, right? You got to get those brand new stylists right out of school. But wow, how are you going to bring them up to speed? Are you a salon owner struggling with this? You feel overwhelmed by the task of training, mentoring, and tracking performance while you still run the salon or work behind the chair? You're not alone, and there's a better way. I have a brand new download. It is free. It is called the Ultimate In-Salon Training Toolkit, and it's designed specifically to help salon owners like you create a structured, stress-free training program that will transform new hires into confident, high-performing professionals. This step-by-step guide will take the guesswork out of training, giving you everything you need to onboard your new stylist with confidence. I will leave a link in the show notes. You can also go over to my website and snag it at denisekailitz.com. It's totally free. Go get your copy today.